Hello and welcome to my channel. This is my first video on this channel and it's also my very first time doing cash stuffing. So it's very new in every aspect. So thank you so much for clicking on this video. And as you can see from the title, I will be doing cash stuffing, and also I will go through every single of my binders and share how I've set them up and how I'm planning on doing this. I have such a bad relationship with money recently. I just let everything just go out of control, and you'll get to know me a little bit better and what my goals are. So you are going to experience this whole process with me. And if you are in a similar boat, I hope you start this journey with me and let us together get out of debt and also slowly realize how we're saving money. So I'm starting off with a lot of debt, over $50,000 worth of debt in credit cards, loans, and all of that. And my plan is to get out of that debt and not owe anything and start saving more for the future. Before I show the actual binders, I do want to mention something. I have done a lot of research prior to starting this channel. So I watched so many different YouTubers, and this is how I got the motivation to start this. Let me start sharing the binders, and then later on I will explain more and more, and you'll get to know me better and everything will fall into its place. So I do have a lot of binders, and I'm not gonna have specific order of like, you know, what's more important, you know, what's less important, sinking funds and all of that. It's just gonna be in order that I grab the binder, and I'll explain what the binder is for and all of that. So I'm gonna start off with, let's see. Okay, this binder. And everything that I show in today's video, I will link it in the description box for you if you're interested in any of the things that I use to decorate, or the binders or the envelopes and all of that. Majority of the products are from Amazon, so I will link it below. And it's just this very nice pink color. I absolutely love it. Okay, so this binder is for all the holidays and like our anniversary and all of that. So this is that binder. So I basically put all of the holidays, special events, anniversary, etc. in one binder so I can keep them in like on track. So I tried to make this pretty. I got these stickers, like I had these stickers from before, so I just started to decorate with some stickers. And then this cute keychain, it is so adorable. Look at how beautiful this is. Comes with this like little bow and then this little cherries. So beautiful, and very sturdy as well. And again, it's from Amazon. I will link it for you if you're interested. What I love is that it comes in a pack of few of them, so you don't have to buy them individually. So it becomes a little bit more affordable that way. I just wanted to add some cute decor and a little bit of like something to make the binders a little bit more fun to look at when working on it, and it's going to motivate me to actually do more on like work on these binders. I also love this dashboard. This one came in a pack of like 12, which is such a good deal, and it was really affordable, and it's just so pretty. I love it. Love the design, and it comes in a different designs. So each binder of mine has different of designs. You're gonna see it, but I just love to have this dashboard. And then the rest of the inside is pretty much just envelopes that I got from Amazon. When you buy binders like this from Amazon, a lot of the time they will come with their own envelopes, and they also come in their budget sheets. So you get like all of that in one order. I did order these separately from Amazon because they're not the ones with zippers, and I like it that I didn't want it to have it with zippers. But the budget sheets, I am using the ones that they sent from with the binders, and then I also ordered extras because what they sent was not enough, so I needed more. So in this binder, I have our anniversary. This is one we got married. I do have here Valentine's Day. This is mostly for basically us to just maybe go have dinner or something like an activity to do as a couple. Easter, Mother's Day, this is basically to treat myself and just have the day to myself, and also to give small gifts to my mom and my mother-in-law. And this is for Father's Day, to give a gift to my husband, my dad. 4th of July, Halloween. Mostly this is for like candies and costumes for my kids. So those can be expensive, so I try to save up for that so I can buy them costumes. I made a separate envelope for Thanksgiving and Black Friday just because Black Friday I made it more for like if we have a specific thing that we want to purchase for Black Friday, that would go here, and then Thanksgiving would be just for like dinner and whatever we want to do that day. So I wanted to keep them separate. Christmas, we don't really celebrate like do too much on Christmas. Our day is more like, our celebration is more on New Year's. It is just like a more of a tradition for us. But I wanted to start saving for this as well, just because a lot of the time kids are off school and we do like sometimes we go on vacations and stuff. So I wanted to save up. New Year's is when we do most of the parties and events and stuff, and we gather around like with family a lot of the time, and bigger events and gifts and everything. We do it on New Year. That's just the way we do it. And so that's why I like to save more money on New Year. And then Eid is basically my husband's side of the family. They celebrate Eid. So we do like gift exchange sometimes and stuff. They give kids gifts and stuff. So sometimes they also go out with family and stuff. So that's a lot of expense. So I wanted to start saving up for next year. And then birthdays is for basically all of the birthdays that is not us. Like basically not my husband, not me, not the kids. Parties, also like we have so many like random parties and events that happen unexpected, or like we need to save up for. Or if we do like, you know, we have to share responsibilities and stuff. And I just want to be prepared for all that. And then unexpected, I was thinking if like I already have the one from parties, and unexpected would probably, they're kind of like almost the same. But I'm going to see how this is going to work out. I might combine these two and not need this one. I can use this one envelope kind of like a buffer for everything else. So I'll just leave it and then just stuff it like as much as I can. And then if I'm short on any of the envelopes, I can use it from here, if that makes sense. So that is the binder for our holidays. That's the one. Okay. And then moving on, I have this beautiful yellow color one. I think this is so much fun. And I believe this binder came in a pack of about 6. And this one didn't come with any of the envelopes or the budget sheets. It just came with just a bunch of binders, which is great because individually they're more expensive, but when you get them in like as a together, it became cheaper. So super, super nice, bright yellow color. So I made this our travel binder. So anytime we want to travel like long distance. So I do have another envelope somewhere else for like shorter travel. Like for example, if we want to do a couple days, just drive around, road trips, or if we're trying to like, let's say, go somewhere for a short period of time, I do have another binder for that, another envelope. This one is more for like travel, like a vacation. That's something that, let's say we could travel out of the country for a couple weeks. If like we want to go to Europe or something that's going to be very, very costly, and we need to be like super prepared for that. So that's the binder for that. So I made this one. This is one of my favorite binders. It's so pretty. I love like the flowers. I love this. This is also from Amazon. How pretty is this? This one I think came in a pack of 3 or 4. And then I just put a bunch of stickers just to color match, just to give it a little bit of pop of color. I do love this beautiful strawberry. How pretty is that? I absolutely love this. And then this one also, like I said, it came in a pack. It came in a pack with the cherry. And then this is one of the dashboards that I mentioned that it came with a pack of 12. So how pretty is this one? I love the pink with the yellow. I think they go so well together. And then inside are just, like I mentioned, the envelopes. Later on, maybe I might upgrade this part and just have like more decor, or have like each category have its own picture and all that. But for right now, I think this is just fine. And I did want to mention another thing. So the labels, a lot of the labels, let me see if I can find an example. Okay, so so like I mentioned, some of the binders come with their own labels. This is not one of those, but they do have like basic ones. Let me see if I can give you an example of those. Okay, so for example, some of the binders send these type of envelopes. A lot of them send these, so you can just, like a sticker, take it out and put it on the envelope. I also got this one separate from Amazon. I purchased this one. I used a lot of those, not everything. They also have them in different colors. They have them in like this golden color. So there's a lot of the labels. However, some of the labels just didn't work out with what I wanted. So in that case, like for example, passports. None of the labels that came in the binders, or even the ones that I got from Amazon separately, came with this one. So I was like, what can I do? What's my option? I got this label maker, and this is very, very like affordable. It's not expensive. And it does come with different labels. I got the clear one. I'm not sure if I don't remember if the clear one came with it or I had to purchase separately, but I actually ended up buying two of them. So the label maker and also the clear labels, they also come with the white one. So this one right here, the label, you have options that to be clear or also white. So you can do white. You don't have to do clear like me. So basically the sticker would just be white. It's up to you what you prefer. But I really, really like this label maker. It's really useful. A lot of my labels, I ended up printing it from that. So I just wrote down, as you can see here, passport, and it's clear and it's a nice quality one. So I just put it on the envelope and it just works perfectly well. I love that. If you're interested in that label maker, I will also link that below. But anyway, so in this envelope, I got passports, and I also wrote down the budget that I need to save up for. And then when it's done, I will write down that it's fully funded. We are 4 people in the house, so I need to save up a lot because my husband's passport expired. Mine is about to expire. My kids do not have passports. So we definitely need to save up for that. Pre-trip shopping would be for basically things that we need to pack before we go. So like travel size, you know, accessories, things that we need. So that would be for that. And then after vacation bills, this is the one that I want to credit the person. I will try to find who came up with this, but I think this is very genius because a lot of the time when we come back from vacation and we miss so much work and stuff, we get like behind on our bills. So having this is so perfect because even if it's not fully funded, stuffing in this binder even slowly will be very useful because when you're coming back from the vacation and you're short on bills or money and whatever, you can just take it out from this. So when I saw the person talk about this and, you know, adding this envelope to their binder, I was like, that's so genius. And I'm going to definitely take that. Thank you so much. Spending, this is for basically just cash spending over there at the vacation place, wherever we're trying to go. So this would be like anything like souvenirs, snacks, for kids, whatever they want to grab, like just without worrying about our budget. Miscellaneous is exactly what it is. Miscellaneous activities. This is for like if we want to do things like, this would include like things like shows. This would include things that require money, like museums, you know, activities, fun things. The travel binder is basically for like an overall. So I would just write down like the country we're trying to go to. And then based off of that country, I would just write down like how much we're gonna need for the amount of time we're there. So I just want to like put money in this just because every place is different from each other. So I don't know exactly how much money we're gonna need. So I just made this one. Airfare is for our plane tickets. That's gonna be very costly. Auto fuel, this is for if we're gonna need basically to rent a car or to use gas or whatever, or you know, just I felt like this is important to have. Restaurants, obviously it's for food. That's going to be also a lot of cost. So I just wrote down whatever I thought we're going to need. And honestly, like later on when I'm stuffing this, when I feel like if a couple of the envelopes are just too much and I can combine them, I will. That's what I love about this, because you can always change it up. You can combine, you can remove, you can add. So it's very, very versatile, and I absolutely love that. For right now, I'm just going to leave it like this, but I do have a feeling that I'm going to end up combining a lot of these envelopes just because I feel like I don't need that many different ones. But for now, it's good for me to start off with. I love this binder so much, and I'm excited to start, you know, putting money in this beautiful binder. Okay. Next, I have, okay, got this one done. Okay, so next binder is pink again. I do have a few pinks. Okay, so this binder is my own personal binder. So the spending in this one is going to be just basically for myself. I believe it's like mostly for my own things. I love this binder as well. Again, I put that clip because this one comes in a pack of I think 4 or 5. I was like, you know what, like that's gonna save me money, but I can use it for so many binders, and they're just so pretty. I love the pastel colors, so gorgeous. And again, I put stickers and then more stickers. I absolutely love like this flower design, the floral. And I put coffee because coffee is life. And I did get this keychain. It is super pretty. And again, this one comes in a pack of, I think, 4 different colors or 5 different colors. And I chose this one for my binder. I love the white. And then this one is gorgeous. I think this was already in one of the other ones, I believe. But I love the blue and pink and purple, like pastel butterflies for the dashboard. It's just so pretty. I mean, look at that. It's so gorgeous. I love it. It just gives the pop of color and makes it fun. Okay, so in this binder, I have hair. This is again for myself. Self-explanatory for haircuts, hair coloring, anything related to hair. Makeup, clothes, jewelry. I'm a jewelry freak. I absolutely love jewelry. Like, I don't know if you could tell, but I love jewelry. And I do love gold jewelry especially. And I do like to invest money in jewelry. And sometimes I like to splurge on like designer jewelry. Those cost a lot of money. So before I would just randomly, impulsively go and purchase whatever I wanted and put it on my credit card and then just suffer. But now I'm going to be a lot more intentional. So now I'm stuffing money in here, and then I'm going to use this money to purchase the jewelry piece that I want. And it's going to take me a little bit longer, but that's fine because I don't want to be in debt anymore. And this is the way that it's going to save me money. So nails is for, my plan is to go to the nail salon at least like once a month. I did put some press-on nails, but to be completely honest with you, I don't like putting on nails. It's just like not convenient for me. I do have little kids, and a little TMI, but they're both little and they still need help with me, you know, cleaning them after they use the restroom, number two. So with these nails, it's just a little bit more not convenient, and I do a lot in the house, and with the kids and stuff, I break a lot of nails, whether they're pressed on or if I get them done at the nail salon. So my plan is to save up money and then go monthly to get like a nice gel, or perhaps just get a nice manicure and have them put like nice colors instead of doing this, because I do want my nails to look decent on like when I'm making these videos. So I want to start budgeting for that. And sometimes, like, if things don't work out, I might just not do anything, because this is not an emergency. This is only if I really have the money, because my main priority right now is to get out of debt, honestly. Skincare, this is for products that I need, honestly, for like my face, for skin, you know, it's all that stuff. Massage, this is one of those things that I really, really need, and I want to at least once every month, or probably not now, maybe later on when I get out of debt I can do it monthly, sometimes even maybe every 2 weeks, but for right now I want to save up so at least every other month I can go get a massage, because my body really, really needs it. I love to get massages, so I want to save up for that. Spending is, I don't know why I have this envelope here, to be honest with you, because I'm not going to put money in here. What I've decided to do, and you're going to know a little bit more when I'm doing cash stuffing, and I'll explain a little bit more about my income and all of that. My plan is to give myself about $80 every month, and that's going to be my budget for my spending. So $80 for the entire month. That would be things for like coffee, if I want to eat out, or whatever that I feel like getting, that's the budget. So whatever is left over from that $80 will go into my savings challenges, and if there's nothing left over, that's fine, but I'm not going to go overboard. This is where I suffer the most, because I've been eating out a lot. I do a lot of Uber Eats. A lot of my money has been going to that. Like, I've been ordering food, I've been, you know, getting coffee, I've been just swiping my card everywhere, whatever kids needed, anything. And I'm not going to do that. It's going to be $80, and that is my budget. And sometimes I even like use, like, I started already in March, and I already gave myself my limit, and I already spent $20 from that to get my son a gift because he really needed something. So I used my own spending money for that. I could use his money, like I put money in their binders, but I ended up using my own, which is fine because I didn't really have a plan to spend any money this month anyway. So that's what it is. My birthday, and this is not getting a lot, to be honest with you, but this is more like if I want to treat myself, or if I want to do something wild for myself that month or that day, something that I don't have to worry about money, budget, all of that. So I try to save up money for that. Or if I ever want to do like some kind of an event or throw a party, which I don't like to do, but that's for that. Mommy makeover is another one that I really want to save up money for, because after my 2 children, I did have C-section with both of them. And I've gained, lost. Like, I've gained so much weight. I've lost so much weight. I've gained. And also with the 2 C-sections, I have a lot of loose skin. I have a lot of, like, my belly area is just, like, horrible. And, like, my body is destroyed. And especially with my weight gain, weight loss, all of that, it's just not in a good place. So I want to save up money for a mommy makeover. Probably like for a tummy tuck and maybe some of the other areas that need help. And then also my nose. I really need to get a nose job, not for aesthetic reasons, but for health reasons. I do have a breathing problem, and that money is also going to go in here for possibly doing a nose job. And yeah, so that's what it is. And I do need to lose a lot of weight for that before I get to this, but this is very, very expensive. So it's going to take me some time, but I want to start saving money for it instead of going and just using my credit card. I do want to be able to at least pay half of it. Okay. This is for my husband's birthday. I covered his name just because he doesn't want his name to be shown for whatever reason. But so I'm saving up money for probably for his birthday gift, to buy him a birthday gift, or maybe to use this money to take him out that day, go places, whatever. Donations is for what it says, donations. So this is basically like if I want to just give $1 to like a homeless person, or if I want to just donate to like a charity or like a GoFundMe. I really want to do more of this. I want to help out more. So my goal is to get out of that and then be able to help out a lot more. I love to give back, and I really want to do a lot more of this. That's my ultimate goal. And then this one is a credit card general. So this is basically for because everything else I wrote down, like the balances I have on the credit cards, but this is in case if for whatever reason I end up using a credit card that I didn't plan on using, then this is going to be the one that's going to be like, oops, kind of like a new credit card debt, and I'm going to start. So I want to be prepared for that just in case, so I can pay it off fast. And then cleaners. So this is something that I just added. House cleaners. I really need to save up money for this. I really want at least once every other month for eventually, because right now I can't afford it, but later on I really want people to come and help me out with my house, because I have a lot of problems. I have arthritis and also like on my hands, and I have carpal tunnel, so I don't have a lot of like ability to do much with my hands. It hurts horribly. So I am not able to do a lot of like cleaning, like deep cleaning, especially like the walls. My kids destroy the walls, and areas that need a lot of like pressure, I can't do it. So I really want to have cleaners come and help me out and just do like deep cleaning those areas that I need help with. Really like must. So I really want to start putting a lot of money in this to get that. And then this is for my weight loss. And this is why, because I created this envelope just because a lot of the food that I eat on my weight loss, like whenever I do my weight loss journey, those cost money. And in general, like weight loss usually like costs more in general to be healthier. So I want to be prepared to have money to buy the things that I need to, like supplements, vitamins, specific foods. I buy like healthier like packages and all that stuff. So I want to save up money for that just to be prepared before I get started. Okay, so that's what it is. This envelope is like, just like I said, mainly for myself and my own. I do want to mention one thing in this is that if you could see here, let me zoom in a little bit. Okay, so if you could see here, okay, this part of this envelope is a little bit different than this one. If you could see, this one is already like this, like that's how I purchased it from Amazon. Now this one is the one that came with the binders. So like I mentioned, when you get binders, you do get these type of envelopes, but they do come with zippers. So let me see if I can give you an example. Like this, okay? So a lot of the times the binders send this. This is like an open and closed one. You open it with this and close it, okay? And you might be fine with that. You might be perfectly okay with this. So that's great. But if you're not, and you don't want to have this part, and you just want it to be less bulky, because it does bulk up when it's so many, and you don't like the idea of open and close, what I've done is I basically just took a scissor and cut out the part, like the top part. So right here, I cut out this part. I cut it out, and then after that, it became like this. So now I don't need to worry about the bulky, and I don't have to worry about the zipper close up. So just a tip for any of you that, you know, you don't have to spend money on getting these envelopes separately. You can just cut it and then use it like this, especially if you don't want to have like so many binders. I was told, like when I was watching videos, that to start off, you don't need all these binders. You should start off slowly with one binder, make a couple of envelopes, get used to it before you get into this. But I know myself, and I was like, oh, okay, I did a lot of research, and I was like, this is what's going to work for me. I know myself. So I jumped in. You don't have to. If it's overwhelming, you can start slowly. I do like the idea of things to be in separate categories. It just makes it easier for me. That's just what works for me. Okay, this video is getting ridiculously long, and I'm not even done showing the other binders. I'm going to go a little bit faster just because I don't want this video to be that long. With me already being this long in, the cash stuffing is probably going to be in a separate video. I don't think I'll make it in this video. But I do want to finish showing the rest of the binders. Okay, so... Okay, now this black one is for business binders. I do have 3 black ones, and I kept all the black ones to be my business or the ones that I owe money on. Okay, so this one I tried to decorate it too, so it's not as boring, like just plain black. And I just put this stuff. I put this cute keychain. I love it. It's so cute. And this one came in a pack too. And like I said, I will link it for you. Again, another dashboard that came in the pack. So this is P.O. box because eventually for my YouTube channels, I do want to have a P.O. box. So I'm saving up for that if I'm going to need it. Material purchase, obviously if I need to buy anything for related to my things, to like for my work, for my business, taxes, shipping. This is mostly for like giveaways because I like to do giveaways. And if I ended up doing any type of giveaway on this channel, which I'm planning on, then I will be saving money because shipping does cost money. Every time I send anything to anyone, it does cost money. So I want to be prepared. So I want to, you know, have money in this. This is my husband's work expenses, equipment, self-explanatory, miscellaneous, programs needed. I do have CapCut Pro that I pay annually, but I do want to also start investing more money in other ones such as Canva. I really want to get the Canva Pro. A lot of my thumbnails and my stuff, I use Canva, so I really want to get the Pro version. And there's other programs that I want to try, so I want to save up money for that. Giving, this is for giveaways. And then travel, this is different from my regular family travel. This is if I do travel for work. And then VN business charges, this is my dad's. And I do work, well, I did work with my dad for many, many years for his company. And even though we don't really run that company anymore, but there's still a lot of expenses on it. And I still do all of his bills and everything. I'm still like in charge of all that. So I just like to keep that here as well. Unexpected and like miscellaneous probably will be combined eventually. But anyway, so for right now, this is what it is. So that's the binder for the business one. And then this purple one, I love this like really light purple color. So I got this one for our variables. So, okay. So again, I put a lot of stickers. I put this cute little thing here with a bunch of stickers. And I love this like golden flowers. Just super cute. And then this dashboard. Again, I love this dashboard. Just to have a little bit more fun with the binders. Water is like a monthly or every 2 weeks we get water delivered. We pay like about $7 a bottle, and then it is me and my mom because we share. So I just put usually like $25 monthly because I total it, and then I just put $25 and then I give it to my mom. Household is for anything that we need for the house, toilet paper, paper towel, things that, you know, is related to the house. And this is very, very general. So this could be a lot of things. It's not specific to like, I know like people like to do like home decor and then they do like different categories for this, but I like to put everything in here. And this would include like diapers. My son is finally getting out of diapers. but you know, nighttime I still like to put diapers on him. So that includes in this one. So anything that we need that is for the house. So yeah, all of that stuff. Groceries, dine out as a family. If we like to go out, I like to put money in here. Date night, we don't usually do date nights, but I want to start. I want to save up money and then just like maybe once in a while, just me and my husband go out to movies or have a dinner together without the kids and just, you know, have fun. Entertainment. Wait. Okay, so dine out is separate from entertainment, I'm sure. Okay, I think I did this separately because dine out could be anything. It doesn't have to be just like specifically like restaurants. It could be for like even we go to McDonald's or just get some ice cream with the kids. So I made this very general, but it's like with the family, with the kids. And then this date night is specifically for me and my husband, and entertainment is everything else, not just food. So if we take them to like a playground, or if we take them to the beach, or we take them fun places, all of that stuff that would come out of this entertainment. And then miscellaneous. Gas is like my monthly gas. I don't usually put gas in my car. I barely even leave the house, to be honest. But I made this envelope. I don't know. I haven't put money in it so far. But I should because my car still needs gas, you know? And then this is another thing that I got an idea from someone else I watched. I don't remember who exactly, but this is for any money that I spend on my card, like a debit card. Sometimes, you know, if I don't have cash with me and then I just buy something online, like let's say Amazon, or Target, or somewhere with the kids, and I just need to buy something that wasn't planned for and it just swipe the card, then I want to have cash in here so that I can go ahead and deposit back in the account, because sometimes things are not planned and it just happens. So I also want to keep track of the things that I bought on my card, because I try not to spend my card anymore. So that's what it is for this binder. Okay, and then this one right here, which is one of my favorite binders. I bought this one a long time ago because I was planning on doing cash stuffing many years ago, and then I didn't. I never got to it. But then when I started again, I was like, you know what? I already have this, so why not use it? And I absolutely love the structure on this. It's so beautiful. It is a little bit more sturdier, I think, than the other ones. And I love the color. It's like this gorgeous, like, what is that? Like a combination of pink and brown or red. I don't know. So this is kind of like a general sinking fund binder for us as a family. I absolutely love this black. I love this flower combination. And again, I love this umbrella. And I love this. And then, of course, I put this keychain. It's super pretty. And the dashboard. Okay, so this is, like I mentioned, like a general for the family. Electronics. So this could include TV for the house, an iPad, or something for myself or my husband. My kids have a separate one, but this is more like electronics that we need in general for the house. CapCut. I don't know why I put it in this binder. I need to figure out why I put this like in this binder. I don't think this is supposed to be here, but anyway, because it is annual, I like to save about $8 a month for this. It is due in November, so I like to be prepared. So when November comes, I can pay for it. Pay off debt. This is like on top of whatever else I already pay for my credit cards and loans and stuff. This is for like extras that I can just pay off sooner, kind of like a month ahead. Car maintenance. This is specifically for my car. My husband has his own binder and he's gonna have his own maintenance, but this is for my own car maintenance, my own car registration. And later on we want to buy a house, so this would be like to save up for a down payment. Health. This is strictly for our future, so later on we can, you know, be prepared. This is for like a vacation that I mentioned earlier, that this is not for like the bigger, more expensive trips, because you saw the binder, but this is more for like, we want to do a couple days road trip or something fast, but it's still going to cost money. So this is to have for that. Emergencies, obviously self-explanatory. New car, this is if I want to purchase a new car for myself, I would need like a down payment. I do have a car right now, but I'm just saying like to be prepared. A month ahead, this is like a general one. So I want to be a month ahead of every bill. So even though this is going to be very, very, very slow to put money in it, just because I have a lot of debt that I need to get rid of. But eventually I do want to be at least 1 month ahead, and then hopefully later on be at least like 6 months ahead. That'll be perfect. Moving expenses. This is if we were to ever move. Those cost money. At least like last time when I moved, I spent about $2,000 just for movers to move my stuff, like just to move it. So it was a lot. So I know that can cost a lot of money. So I want to be prepared for that. This is for food for in the future. I don't know, because I just want to be prepared. Like, I don't know if it only makes sense to me. But anyway, retirement. This is for just me and my husband to have money when we retire, to have fun. Medicine is for, again, this is for like later on in life, if for any reason, if we don't get like Medicare or whatever, we can be prepared for our own health. Home furniture, this is obviously like self-explanatory for the house. And okay, so this is basically a sinking fund for the house, for us as a family, and I love that. Okay, and then so this green one, I love this color. This is one of my favorite colors. It's so beautiful. It's like gorgeous green. It's so pretty. I love it. Okay, so this is my husband's binder. So eventually I made his own. I had ours combined, but I was like, no, he needs his own. So this binder is, the way I did it is like, I wanted to keep it like green. I didn't want it to be like super feminine because this is for him. But I did want a little bit of decoration here, and I put these black ones just because I still love it. I wanted to have, you know, he's not even going to look at this binder, to be honest. But the reason why I made a separate binder for him is because the cash stuffing that I do and I'm starting is just my own income. So a lot of the money that I stuff in the binders is coming from me. Now, anytime that he puts in money is going to go in this binder. So that's why I wanted him to have his own binder, because I wanted to just differentiate in a way, because his income covers a lot of the bills in the house. Like he pays for the rent, and his business cost is very expensive. So he covers all of that. His binder is going to be whatever he gives whenever he can. It's not going to be always, but whenever he comes and says, here is $5, here's $20, here's whatever money, then it's going to go in this binder. So that's why he has his own binder. I will explain more later on because this video is getting super, super long. But in his binder, basically, I made this envelope, us equal for our family. So what this means is that anytime he gives money, whether it's $1, $2, $5, or $20, and he says, put this money in our family binder, I will match that amount. So if he puts in $5, I will put in $5, and we're equal. And that money will be distributed in other binders. Okay? So if he puts in whatever amount, I will match it. So that's what it is. For wifey is for me. So whenever he gives money and says, this is for you, I put it in this envelope. And then I will add it up. And then later on, I will take this money and then I will decide what I want to do with it. It's for me. So again, distribute it or decide where I want to put that money. Or maybe spend it. I don't know. This is for his car registration. This is, again, RLT expenses. This is for his business expenses, personal bills. I might remove this one just because he does what he wants, honestly, on his card. But eventually, hopefully, I can get him to join me and just, you know, use whatever I give him as a cash, and then the rest not touch his card. That would be great. Miscellaneous birthday gifts. This is for him to also start saving money for gifts for others, for other family members, for kids or whatever. So it's not always me giving gifts to people and saving up for it from my own, you know, that he can also be involved. This is for his car maintenance, and this is, again, his name on it, his spending. Again, right now, he's just doing his own thing on his card, but I made this because eventually I want him to join. And then the rest of the 3 envelopes are basically for, again, his clothes, his grooming, for haircuts, and also his credit cards, because he owes a lot of credit card debt. But he recently just went and did a haircut randomly and just swiped his card. But I want to, like, again, start to save up money for it. And I want him to give money, and I can save for him. Then I can take out this cash when it's time, and then he can go and get that done without just, whenever he feels like it, he goes and does it. So I have a lot of hope for this binder, but let's see how it goes. Okay, so I have another pink one here. And this one, I made a binder for my mom and dad. Similar, you know, everything else that I mentioned earlier. And then for my mom and dad's, I have mom and dad gift. So I made this envelope for, like, I want to save up money for their birthdays. So whenever it's their birthdays, I can take out money from here and give it to them or buy gifts for them. Siblings, I want to save up money for each of my siblings. Family gatherings, this is for whenever we do any events with the family that I can contribute. The chickens in Palmdale, this is my new business that my dad got, and this new property, and it's going to be a lot of expense. I want to save up and help him out. Home repairs, this is for them, but it's also for us because, again, we're like a family. So obviously, like, anytime there's repairs in our property or their property or our investment property, all that, I can help out. Mamba is my dad's dog, but basically our family dog. And I want to save up money for this doggy because we don't have any insurance for him. So my dad takes care of all the food and all that stuff, and he takes him to grooming, all that. But this binder, this envelope is basically, God forbid, if he needs anything, like if his health needs whatever, then I can be prepared, because those can be very, very expensive. And I don't want my dad to have like a very financial, like, you know, toll on him. God forbid. But I just want to be prepared. And then this is treat them just cause, and this is not to give them money for their birthday or whatever. This is just cause, like whatever it says. I want to save up money and just give it to them on a random Tuesday and say, go out and have fun or do whatever you want with this money. Miscellaneous, this is for anything that, let's say, if they give. Sometimes I go and tell them, Mom, Dad, give me money because I want to save it for you in your own binder. So instead of them just going and wasting the money, I save up for them. And it's going to add up. And then this is separate from all of this. This is my contribution, but this is like their contribution for their own selves. And then this is for Dad's deposit box. In his bank, he pays about $100 a year. So I want to help him out. Assets, I don't know why I have a envelope for this, but maybe I think just for information purposes, just to write down all of the assets for my mom and dad and myself and all of that. And this is for my sister. This is a new one I added because back in the day when I was a child, well, I was 17 or 18, I was still very little. I borrowed $700 from my sister, and she never asked for it back because I was like a kid, and obviously, like, you know, family with, you know, older siblings, you don't have to necessarily. Like, I didn't ask her. She just was so kind enough to bring it to me and give it to me. But I never forgot. So I want to save up money to give it back to her just so I can, like, I can say I did eventually. And also because I want to help her get something that she needs. She got it and then she lost it. And I feel so, so bad. This is something she needs and it is very costly. But I decided I want to save money for it, and then whatever amount I can come up with, I want to just give it to her so she can maybe buy a new one. And it's something that I really, honestly, truly, from the bottom of my heart, I really want to save up and give it to her. So this is like a family mom and dad binder. Okay, and then I do have for my kids. So this is like a mint green color, and this is for my older son. And I have a picture of my kids, and this is their his binder. So I got this beautiful, like, cute little blue thingy here, and then it has this doggy. He chose this one. I told him, like, what do you want to put, and he chose this cute dog. Anyway, I love the dashboard on his too. It's so cute. So he goes to Taekwondo, so this is basically to pay the fees. My mom pays for it, but I do pay yearly, and I use my credit card, so I need to, like, pay back, and then I want to save up money and then just pay that fee whenever I need to start again. And this is for his belt, because every time he's switching a belt, we pay $75. So I want to start saving money for whenever he needs the belt, we can have the money. This is a treat. Anytime he does something good, anytime anyone gives him money, grandma, grandpa, uncles, whatever, myself, dad, whoever gives it to him, I put it in this treat, and then I will get him a snack or whatever. Birthday and gift. This is combination of his birthday gift, and also if I want to do something for his birthday, whether it's a party or take him somewhere. So I want to save up money for that. School supplies. So whenever he goes to school, there's a lot of, like, expense there. So sometimes, you know, when the teacher asks for things and supplies, I want to be able to, you know, help out and donate for her classroom, or, you know, help out the teacher. And also, like, let's say whenever there is any activities or things that he needs money, or for school supplies. So, like, he needs a new binder, or he needs a new backpack, or whatever. So this is all related to that. For future, this is a general, like, a saving for his future. And then electronics. So whenever he needs a cell phone, iPad, or whatever that is for his own needs, I will take it out from here. Car. This is for his future car. I want to help him with the down payment when he gets to a point when he's able to start having a car. I want him to come up with the rest, and I will help him out with some. So basically, I want him to understand that when he gets old enough that he can buy a car, that he will not just depend on us, but I will be a support as long as he himself comes up with the rest of it. So that's what it is. I will save up for that, because it will be probably very slow, but he's very little right now, so it's gonna be hopefully enough by the time he gets to that age. This is for his clothes. This is for his future education. This is for, like, if he wants to go to his private college or university or whatever, I want to support him. Again, I want him to come up with half, and I will come up with half. I will support him. I will not be the one to just take care of him top to bottom. I want him to understand value of money, and I want him to work hard for that. Grooming. This is for his haircuts and stuff. And then miscellaneous. So that's pretty much that for his binder. And then the other binder for my little son, pretty much the same. I put this little stuffed animal because this is very much looks like his stuffed animal that he sleeps with. So it's a bigger bunny, and he loves that thing. He calls it Big Data. I don't know where he came up with the name, but he loves to sleep with that thing. And when I saw this, I was like, this reminds me of that. And he loves this thing. He actually calls it Big Data. He thinks this is the same thing, but just a mini version. So I love this. So this was perfect to add to his binder. And then very similar to my other son's binder, pretty much the picture, all of the design, and this little thing again. Same thing. I like to keep them very similar. Again, because he's not in any sports right now, I want to save up for it, because we're going to figure out what sport we want to put him in, and we want to be prepared for that. The rest is pretty much the same treat, birthday and gift, school supplies, for his future, electronics, car, clothes, future education, grooming, miscellaneous, and yeah, pretty much the same as my other son. I don't put a difference between them. And then I do have a few more binders left. Oh my god, this video is so long. I really hope I didn't lose you guys. I really hope you're still watching. But I just wanted to get done with the binders and the setup before I get to the cash stuffing. Okay, so these two binders are a little bit different than what people do on YouTube. So usually people stuff money inside, right? And then they pay off their debt. What I've done is a little bit different. So I will explain. Okay. So this binder is for my mom and dad's debt, mostly my dad. So for example, again, the binder setup, very similar to with the rest of them. So this is the loan my dad took out for his business, for his new property and the land that he purchased. He took out $125,000. So instead of stuffing money in here, I have put down, and I made these, and I will, in a different video, I will show you how I've done it. But I basically wrote down, what is this? Okay, I wrote down $125,000. And the way I keep track with it is every time when payments are made, because a lot of the payments from here are done online, we don't do cash. So instead of stuffing money in here, I'm removing money. So the goal is to eventually have nothing left in here, meaning that the debt has been paid off. It would not make any sense to stuff money in here just because everything is already paid online. Plus, they have their own binders and there's business expenses. So if anytime I want to, like, let's say, help him out to pay off a loan, I will just remove from those binders. I don't need to have a separate one for this, if that makes sense. So, property taxes. This is one that, again, I don't put money in cash because I basically what I want to do is I want to, in his bank account, I want to open another account and then just monthly separate money for property taxes so I can keep that aside from the rest of the bills. I might later on, I might actually, you know what, I might actually make another envelope and move this to my own binder and start putting in money to help him out because it's a lot. And because this is my dad and then he's doing all this for us, for our future, and I'm in his trust fund and this is something for our own future. And also it's because it's my dad, you know, and it's a lot on him and he's worked all his life for us. So I want to start saving money and help out with the property taxes. So actually I'm gonna either move this envelope to my binder or I'm gonna make one. So this is the mortgage for one of the properties. This is another thing for my mom and dad. This is the other mortgage. And then this is my car payment. And it is in this binder because my dad still pays for my car. So it just comes out of, like, it made more sense to put it in this binder. There's only $8,000 left on this car. So hopefully we'll get paid off soon. And then this is my mom's car. This is, we just recently got a solar. So I don't know much about it. We haven't got a bill so far. So we need to figure out what's the cost on that. And then recently he had to pay his taxes using his credit card, which was sad because we didn't want him to get back on credit cards, but he had to use his credit card. So we have to pay this amount. And again, I put it in prop money and I'm going to remove it as we pay for it. So this is something that we didn't want to add, but anyway, so that's that. And then all other bills, this is like kind of like whatever, like a miscellaneous. And then I got these also from Amazon. These are good to also add because information you want to put in. that, you know, you don't want to put in a budget or something else. These are good to also add. So I really like it. I love the floral design on it. I love the beautiful design on this. It came in like a big pack, so a lot of papers. So that's that. And then pretty much the same is this one is for our own, like mine and my husband's, mostly mine. This is our rent that we pay. Anytime if we ever get behind, I like to write it down and I put the money in, like I keep track of if we're behind. Oh, he was behind a little bit, so he's caught up now. So I always want this to be empty, but if there's money in it, that means we're behind. This is the loan that he got for his car, and he pays $1,000 for this, and there's a $35,000 left on this. So every time when this is paid monthly, the $100 prop money comes out, or I mean $1,000 prop money comes out. This is my MGM credit card. I owe a lot of money, $21,000 on this card, trying to pay it off. And every time, like same as the other ones, I want to just have this be empty. I took out a loan from the bank, and then my dad helped me out to pay off that loan. But then now I owe my dad. So I owe him $8,000. So I pay off my dad slowly. And then I also had an SBA loan back in the 2020. And till today, I'm still paying off. It's horrible amount. Like, gosh, I've paid for almost over 6 years now. And the balance only went down a couple $100. It is ridiculous. Ridiculous. So I really, really want to get this done. One of my credit cards, my other credit card, that's another loan he took out. This is another credit card of mine. And then my husband used one of my credit cards that he needed for his business. So he's paying that off slowly. So it's technically like my credit card bill, but my husband used it for his own business. So he's paying back to me so I can pay back. So whenever he's able to, he just pays that, and I pay my credit card. He owes $10,000 on that. And then this is another credit card, and then another credit card, and then my husband's car payment. And then these are all other bills that don't need binders, but I'm just going to make a list. So as you could see here, I have a lot of credit card bills, and I really, really want this binder to be like a lot less with nothing in it. That's when I'm going to be debt free. And that's when I'll be able to stuff more money in other binders. But it's a lot. Okay. And then the last two things I want to share is my saving challenges. So I have this. Again, this is one of those things that I got a long time ago. Many, many years ago. So I'm going to use this for my savings challenges. So this one came in like its own book, but I wanted to combine. So this one is a 5K challenge. Basically, every month, like January, February, March, all of that, you put in a certain amount of money and then you save up. So I checked this out because I'm going to start stuffing it tomorrow, but you're going to see it. I skipped January and February because obviously those are done. But I'm gonna try to do as many as I can. I'm not gonna put myself in a lot of like pressure to get it done. I'm just gonna go based off of what I'm able to, and I'm gonna be fine with that. Anyway, so I have this cute little spring one. It's so pretty. And then I have this booklet that you scratch off. Basically, there's like different holidays or like you know, Christmas, New Year's, all of that. And then I do have this 3,026 weeks, which again, if I get to it, whatever, that's fine. And then I have this mandala one that I just basically like to color. And then each time when I finish a challenge, I will add in another one. I will go into a little bit more details and all of that in a different video. I'll make a dedicated video on my savings challenges and how I came up with all of this. I have different books. I have different ways that I use, and I have let me show it just quickly. I have like this book that I bought. I have a lot of my different savings challenges here that I need to use. But this video is super, super long, so I'm going to make a dedicated video for that. And then another savings challenge that I have is this book. And this is basically the 100 envelope. So it's going to total $5,005, $5,050. And it basically means that you put in whatever number you see, that's the amount you put in. I already started putting money in here, like $1, $2, $3. And then I think I put in the $20 one. And then I put in a $75 one. And then I put in the $100 one. So again, I'm going to start to put in as much as I can. And hopefully I can get it done. I don't put myself in a specific time frame that I need to get this done in a specific timeline. I just go with whenever I'm able to, and then like I will just put in as much money as I can and then forget about it. And then later on, this is something that I will use, and this will either go into our emergency fund or it will help me to pay off my debt faster. So yeah, whenever I'm able to, I put money in this like in this binder as well. And if that doesn't seem like it's a lot of savings challenges, it's because I have actually put in my challenges in all of my binders, and I want to do tracking. So you'll understand a little bit more when I explain my cash stuffing system, when I start to actually cash stuff. I was going to explain in this video, but it is super, super long. So I'm not going to be able to do that in this video, but I will get to it. I promise you will understand everything. And each video I make, I will explain more. You'll understand more about my own system and the way I do it. I get paid every bi-weekly, but I do my cash stuffing once a month. Again, I will explain more as I get to it, and you will understand. And I will let you know a little bit about myself, about my job, about my family, a little bit more details of why I'm here today and what the goal is on this channel. But anyway, I will definitely make my cash stuffing video next. So please make sure you are subscribed. Turn on the notifications so you don't miss my other videos, because this is coming up. I will explain to you like how I do my system for the month and what I use for my budget planner. And I want to give you like a little sneak peek of what I'm also going to be doing on this channel is planners. Okay, I will show how I did this. This is a DIY, and then I have all these things I'm going to start to plan as well on this channel. So all the fun stuff, if you like the stickers, the planning, and then the budgeting, all of that stuff, I will be doing also on this channel. I'll decorate every month, and I will show you how I do it. And I'll also tell you the fastest and quickest way to do all of the planning for this cash stuffing, because I don't know about you, but I just don't like the idea of having to write it down every single week or every single 2 weeks. So I came up with a better way to do it on my phone. And instead of like rewriting it, I will just update the amount. But I will explain more, and also how I plan ahead on how to cash stuff, how much to cash stuff, and what to put in what binder. Because I know that's very overwhelming for me to decide how much money I want to put in each envelope. So I will tell you my way, and it's very simple. And I think some of you might even maybe hopefully like that idea and start doing it that way too. Anyway, so I really hope you guys liked today's video. So thank you so much for spending your time with me. And if you have any questions, or if there's any suggestions or things that you want me to do differently for the future, please let me know in the comments. I will not take any offense to anything. Just let me know, because I want to make videos that you want to watch. So if you want me to do less talking, you want me to make this faster, whatever it is, or if you want me to keep it the way it is, the way I'm doing it now, and the length of the video, all of that information, just let me know in the comments, and I will appreciate it. So thank you so much for your time. I will see you very soon. Take care. Bye.